Hey, AfterBuzzers, we're talking Season 2, Episode 7, WAG Interference and Mercedes BS. And we have a special guest. Let's get the show started.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey.
What instrumental is this? I think this is Child's Play by Drake, which is so appropriate.
Yeah, it is, because there's a lot of
It was a lot of pettiness, as it always is. Hey, AfterBuzzers, it's your favorite friend in your head, Shar Says So, and I'm joined by my lovely co-host today, my home girl, your girl, our girl, Trene. How you doing?
What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Trene. How y'all doing out there? I'm so excited to be in the studio with my girl.
Yes, and we'll pull up the live feed later because right now, someone else is all up on the screen calling in via Skype to talk to us. I don't know if we've connected with her yet. Have we connected with her yet?
You know what? I did on behalf of AfterBuzz. Went to her performance.
Don't give it away. You just gave it away.
Not yet. No, I didn't.
Oh, we're connecting now, but I don't believe in dead air space. So
that's why I was saying that this is exciting, because you get to dish in on the details and get the 411.
And you know what? Okay. Perfect. Hi, Sasha.
Hi.
How are you? Thank you for calling in.
Hey, girl.
I can't see you. Can you see me?
No, we just see your smiling face on your Skype thingamabob.
Okay. I thought it was like I was going to see your face and you were going to see mine, but I guess not.
Oh, well. Okay. I thought we were too. But I do have to, has anyone ever told you, this is my first question for you, Sasha. Has anyone ever told you that you favor Alicia Keys?
I hear that all the time, especially when I have Raven.
Oh, now I see you.
There you are.
Now I see you.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, you're so pretty. But yes, you do. I say that all the time when I'm watching the show. I'm like, this girl, especially when you were doing your music video, I was like, oh my God. Don't I say that all
Flawless.
the time?
Man.
You favor her a lot.
I'll take that as a compliment because I love Alicia Keys.
Yes. Yes. And your makeup is always on point, by the way. Your face is one of my favorites because it's not excessive, but it's always so, so tastefully sculpted.
Representing for the natural girls out there. So speaking of Alicia Keys, who are your musical influences?
You know what? I'm influenced by all artists and all music. The only music I don't really love is like heavy metal.
Same.
But my family is Caribbean, so I have like island background. I love soca, I love reggae, I love hip hop, I love trap music, I love jazz, I love country music, I love pop, I love rock. So I'm influenced by all talent and all sounds and all genres of music. It's hard for me to just point out just one specific artist,
one specific prototype, so to speak. Now you rap, right? That's what we saw in your one video.
I don't know if I would consider myself a rapper.
Okay.
But I definitely can rap.
Okay.
I'm more of a I'm more of a singer. I don't really do the rapping thing. I'm just when I write stuff, I'm passionate about what I write, and then if I feel like it has to have that kind of little rap type of style to it, I'll do it. Right. But it has to feel true to me, at the same time.
Of course.
Yeah, and I got the chance to personally sit in on one of your performances. It was during the summer, and it was great because you have an array of sounds from, the slow jams to the getting the crunk. Like, what inspired that? Because you bring so much on stage, so much energy.
A lot of people don't get to see the other side to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of reserved and I'm a little shy unless I'm comfortable around the people that I'm comfortable in my circle and my people of friends. And it gradually takes me time to kind of break out of my shell if I don't know you, if I'm not comfortable with you. Being on stage is kind of it's like a release for me. It's like my creative outlet, and it's one of those things that even if I couldn't sing, I would totally still do music because it's in my heart. And when I'm up there, I feel free. I don't have any inhibitions. I don't have anything going on in my head. And it's really organic. Like it comes from a place that I really feel. So it's just something that is inside of me that I don't know. I just love music. So, you know, when the musicians play and I start to feel it, like, you know, I just want to rock out and have fun.
So this sounds like something that you have a history in. How long have you been doing music? And more specifically, how long have you been vying for a music career?
I've been doing this since I was in high school. Like I've been singing in the shower when I was a little girl. I always wanted to just,
join the club,
I've always
Sasha.
had love for music. My father's a musician.
Okay.
And he plays the guitar. So music is, I have a musical background from my family. A lot of my cousins and my uncles and my dad, even my mom sings, but more on my father's side, everyone's like musically talented. They mostly play instruments and sing. And so I get that from my dad. And I actually started learning how to play the guitar a little bit. So I'm
so you're just all around talented.
I'm towards being like that, you know, that rock star, you know?
Right. So is there any specific genre that you want to cater to, or you're just open to it all?
No, well, I fit in the pop, R&B, rock.
Okay.
Like when I perform, you kind of get that rock vibe. It's kind of like a mix of R&B and pop with like some rock in there.
Okay, that's different. The market has a void for that type of music. You know, with those three components being on the forefront. There's nobody really doing that nowadays.
There isn't.
So I could be the one to do that. So hopefully people love it and they feel it and love it as much as I do.
Girl, so I know that this is a bit off topic, but how do you feel about this whole Usain Bolt situation?
Really
just want to hear your...
Well, before she answers, let's fill everybody in. Usain Bolt, if you all were living under a rock today, the Twitter sphere blew up because there were pictures released of him with some 20-year-old Brazilian when he was competing in the Olympics. And we all know that he's dating a black woman, I believe,
Bennett,
right?
26 years old.
Thank you for giving her a name. She is gorgeous.
She's a WAG, you know, and she's been keeping this under wraps for the longest. No one knew about this relationship.
So he was messing around with somebody else when he was dating her.
Well, they're still dating. That's the thing, Sasha. They're still dating, but pictures surfaced of him in Rio with some 20-year-old Brazilian. I mean, tongue halfway down her throat in the club. She's back at the Olympic quarters or wherever they do the little dorm room thing at. She's like posted up. And she came out and said something along the lines of, oh, she never intended for this. She didn't want to be famous, quote unquote famous. And I guess she's being trolled now. You know how that works.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, what are your thoughts on that? Is this typical athlete behavior?
You know what? There is that stereotype, definitely. You know, being an athlete, it's tough, man, because, you know, you got money, you got fame, you have girls throwing yourself at you, and men are just like, I don't know, they're like, they're born to chase. They like the chase. They like the challenge. You know, they like that. So it's really, really hard. But I feel like, I don't know, that's devastating. If my man did that, I'd probably murder him.
Girl, it's so much more to it, though. He just came off the height of winning 9 gold medals. Not only that, but he spent about $10,000 in the club. He's showing off. He's dirty whining on, you know, a whole bunch of girls. He's got his tongue down someone else's throat.
Yes.
It's a hot mess.
But you know, go ahead, Sasha.
He's like new money. I believe like men, they need to get it out their system. It's like when you're young, you want to get the partying out, you want to get the dating out. You know, like men, they want to feel like
too.
And he just got, you know, I don't know how it works in the Olympics. I don't really know, but you know, he just got his first taste of fame. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, he's a legend, girl. He just turned 30.
This is his second Olympic game. This is his second Olympic game, and you know what's so crazy is this scandal, so to speak, goes hand in hand with the episode last night. What were your thoughts on Matisha? Is that her name? Matisha versus Nicole, or as I like to call them, Kim versus Kylie, because Nicole looks like Kylie, and Matisha, is that her name? She was giving me Kim Kardashian last night.
You know, I feel like a woman can't take a woman can't take a man from a woman.
No,
I feel like a man makes a decision on by himself. Like, he knows who he wants to be with. You know, I can't, if a man is in love with me and he wants to be with me, I don't think any woman can take him away from me. If I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do.
That is true.
If I'm all the woman that I can be, and I'm making him happy, and I've done all that I think that I can possibly do to please him and be a good wife or a good girlfriend or whatever, I feel like he's not going anywhere. So maybe Matisha wasn't doing everything that she's supposed to do, and that's why Larry didn't want to be with her.
So the relationship probably got a little stale.
Man,
She seems boring. I like Nicole.
You know, aside from the music, you should be like a relationship guru or something. You throwing gems out there. But we just seen your music video. You got the sexy lingerie on. Now, what's the next visual that we're gonna see?
Right. What's next for you?
What's
musically?
Next?
Feel me more like when I perform, because when they see me, they just see like the picture Sasha, and I want to show people who I really am. You know, like I said, I'm not really I'm not that person that really is all of this, hey, here I am, you know, everyone look at me. I'm not like that, but I express it through my music. And so I'm gonna do more shows, definitely, and build that platform. And I'm really hoping that people really feel me and love my stuff. You know, that's the ultimate goal, for people to really feel me and just love what they hear. And if I can do that, then I feel like I've conquered everything, you know. And so performing is definitely on the list, and I'm constantly making music, always in the studio, and just building my craft. You know, I'm a mother. I just had 2 kids, 2.5 and 1 years old. I got a husband.
Oh, so you're busy.
I'm a homemaker, so it's not easy trying to pursue a career, you know, in music, and still trying to be, you know, that perfect wife and mother. You have to make sacrifices somewhere, and that's where it's really tricky, because music is my passion. It's something that I don't want to give up. So it's and
you shouldn't have to. You're a Renaissance woman. It's 2016.
Man.
There's no jeopardizing. There, like you just said, there's certain sacrifices that you have to make and certain adjustments. But this is not 1922 in Dubuque, Montana. You know, we're in 2016. Now, really quickly before we wrap this up, Sasha, I am dying to know. Who on the cast is your favorite and your favorite to work with?
My favorite on the cast?
Yeah.
My favorite, let me see. That's a really tough one, because I do love all of the girls, even though it doesn't seem like that. We do butt heads. I really love Olivia. I do.
Really?
It's very strange, but I do love Olivia, even though we butt heads, because off of camera, you know, we are very different, but off of camera, she has a very sweet, genuine personality. She's a very sweet soul. And so whatever, you know, Hollywood fluff and all this other stuff that's surrounded by all of that stuff that you see, I do like her. I would definitely say Olivia, Barbie, and Nicole and Autumn.
Oh, okay. I love Barbie too, and I love Nicole. They both come in studio. You have to make your way in studio for an interview one of these days, by the way, Missy. Also, to piggyback off of that, you know I have to ask this. Who's your least favorite? I have to ask. Everyone has a least favorite. Don't be diplomatic with me.
Sophia and Tia.
Tia? I didn't think that you would name Tia.
Tia, we have our moments.
Okay.
It's like a love-hate relationship. You know what I mean?
Got you.
We have our moments. She's a little instigator, one of the.
Oh, we know this.
Salt.
I don't know. And Sophia's a little. I don't know. I don't even know. I can't. I don't have a word for her. I need to figure out a word for her.
Scatterbrain.
I was about to say, confidentially speaking, I know friends, all of you all watching, I don't think Sophia really liked me when she was here.
No?
I think she did, but she didn't. I feel like she was like drawn down the middle. I liked her though, but I don't work with her. I don't film with her, but she seemed a little resistant versus Nicole, who was a little bit more open. But I get it. She's a newbie to the cast. Yeah. So this was her first go round with press and media and stuff like that. So I get it.
Yeah, I mean, she has her moments, but if I had to choose, like you held a gun to my head and said, "Who don't you like? Who don't you like?" And I have to figure out who don't I like. Sophia. Overall, they're all cool. Like it's not like I despise any of them.
Yeah. No, I just had to know that. And we want to thank you for joining us today, Sasha. You were just amazing. And we're looking forward to some more music things from you. I'm going to follow you on Twitter because I don't already. So I assume that you will be tweeting out links and things regarding your music career.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I would like to follow that because I'm always looking for something new to listen to on my commute to work and while I'm, doing the do.
Where can we follow you at?
Much for the support. The Sasha way.
The Sasha way.
The Sasha way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy to remember. You all heard that. The Sasha way. That's where you can find Sasha at. Thank you for joining us today, Sasha.
So much for having me.
Yes, we have, like I said, we have to get you in studio, and I have all your information now, so we'll talk to you later.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. Oh, that was nice. I like her. I like her. Do you like her?
Yeah, when I sat down with her, she was really like in your face, really like girlfriends. I feel like we could have had
a cocktail
a glass of wine.
Yes.
She's very personal.
Let me not praise her too much. Everybody always accuses me of kissing the guest's ass.
No. I mean.
Now let's get into the damn show, Trene.
You know what? Let's get in. And let's pull up the live feed too because.
Yeah, can we? Oh, there's a video to play still.
Oh, yeah.
It's her video.
Yeah, it is.
Let's do that first, and then we're going to quickly do a rundown of the episode. So let's take a look at Sasha's video.
You my love. Baby, hit me up. This what's up, and it's all for you. I can't get enough. Love me till I go numb. Kiss my body all over, yum, yum. You the one where I fight for you, kill for you, build an empire with you. Just wanna love you. Come on, baby, chill with me.
Okay, yes. Now, see, I can't have a genuine reaction because what you all saw, we didn't just see. So I'm gonna have to wait till we go to the when it's on YouTube and take a look. Okay, so let's get this show started for real. Now, I'm with Natalie. The show opens up with Olivia going on this tangent, throwing out all of the stuff that Mercedes bought her.
The $3,000 boots.
And I was with Natalie when Natalie was like, girl, we wear the same shoe size. If you don't want it, I will gladly take it off your head. I'm that friend. I will gladly take it off your friends. You got brand new clothes.
Right.
And real, like, $3,000
I mean, we talked
stuff.
about this the other week. Like, girl, you better keep those gifts and stop playing.
But some girls are not like that. Like, I'm maybe like that with clothes and shoes, but I firmly believe that if a man proposed to me and things went south, I don't know if I'd keep the ring. I guess it would depend on. I guess it would depend. Yeah, I mean, I'm not threading it on a necklace.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, but you know what? Man, if it was like a teddy bear, then yeah, I would
burn it.
I would burn it. I would throw it out the window.
So then we hop to Sheldon and Barbie. And Barbie, thank you for retweeting. I love me some Barbie. Barbie is the bomb. Like, came in last season and I felt she's my favorite one.
Okay.
My favorite one. I love me some Barbie. But anyway, we go to this scene with her and Sheldon, and I tweeted and I said, Sheldon is so fine because he was looking extra delicious last night. Okay. And I would be open to watching a spinoff of these two. What about you? Based on what we saw last night.
Really?
I said I'd be open. I didn't say I would.
I definitely think that they're like very loving towards one another, and I really do feel like it's some genuinity to the relationship. But I wouldn't watch the spinoff. I'm just gonna be honest.
Okay, well, I would consider, like I said, because words do what? They mean things. Shout out to Crystal. So would you feel comfortable, and I feel like we already touched on this, but would you feel comfortable with your boyfriend or girlfriend exclusively, because I asked this on a Twitter poll, so this is what I asked you all last night. Would you feel comfortable with your boyfriend exclusively communicating with your sibling? You know, text messages, Snapchats, etc.
No. Whatever you have to say to me, you can say to me. Don't feel like you need a middleman.
Because this Mercedes thing was still, I felt like, I don't know if the viewers or if the live feed felt this way, but I'm with Natalie. Again, I've been falling in love with Natalie. Mercedes to me was full of crap when he met up with Olivia, and he kind of like threw everything in her lap.
That. He must be a Cancer.
I don't know, but he was looking cute last night. He's not cute to me, but he was cute with that little bench meetup.
I wish Olivia had some F-boy repellent, because that was total F-boy status. Like, she's over here telling you like how you hurt her feelings, and he's like, I feel like I'm gonna have to really make up for this.
And now she's feeling bad. Well, she's been conditioned, and I feel like men prey on. I think we talked about this too. Sister to sister, woman to woman. Men will prey on that. They know who to try that with,
right? And
they know who that works with,
right?
Okay,
because he knows that she just described. Oh, I've been hurt by another athlete. So
I was like, stood up on national TV last year.
He's like, oh, so I could do whatever. I can, say what she needs to hear, and then just be like, but look, this is what you did wrong, and you should have this would have never happened had you stopped playing the game. Are you in it? Like, what?
My issue with him is he did not take accountability for any of his actions. I wasn't necessarily, you know what, I am looking for an apology. I feel like if Sophia, and we'll get to that, Sophia could apologize, then Mercedes should have as well, because that was tacky and out of order. You don't do things that's against the protocol. And I also want to mention really quickly before you make your point, just really quickly, the result of my Twitter poll about the question I just asked you. 82% of people said that they would not be comfortable with their boyfriends exclusively communicating with the sibling. And there's 18 of you all watching or following me that said that you would be fine with it. I would not, but my sisters would know. I feel like my relationship with my siblings, they would know not to even do. I wouldn't do that to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I didn't like his apology. He said, you know what? I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. What kind of apology is that?
You can keep, if you're saying that, you can most certainly keep that where you put it. You're better off not apologizing if you're going to say, I'm sorry you felt that way type mess. Are you kidding me? Well, I still maintain my initial point of, I think that Olivia was overreacting just a little bit about the cancellation today. However, I did not like how Mercedes brought that back up in her face. Like, oh, I feel like I'm going, like you just said, I feel like I'm going to have to like work overtime to quote unquote prove myself because I had to work. What were you doing? And weren't they just talking about that they saw him when she went through his tagged photos on Instagram? Get out of here.
Town.
Get out of here.
Oh, we're gonna get to that because, man, Sophia, somebody asked me to imitate her, and I'm not gonna do it right now.
Well, and then aside from that, Trene, and you all, my friends in the live feed, aside from that, if you all think back to the whole wedding scene, if Olivia would have never taken the initiative to contact Mercedes to see where he was, when was he going to contact her to let her know that he wasn't going to be able to make it because of work?
He probably
I always pay attention to stuff like that.
Like your sister, whatever, she ain't dropping them draws.
Well, the one thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to just, take her shopping a few times.
No, we're going to get to that because Sophia says, Sophia, I have a major critique for you. We're coming to that. So, moving on to the next scene. And right, Michelle, I think he was clubbing at a, doing some type of party type stuff because that's what they were so up in arms about when they went through his tagged photos.
He's an F-boy. Somebody said F-boy repellent ? Yeah, he's an F-boy. That's F-boy
You don't know what an F-boy means? Google it.
Yeah.
We're trying to work on our profanity, okay? You can't curse in real life. So then we go to clearly, Tia is having a photo shoot. And what threw me off about this photo shoot, I don't know if you all noticed this, but she meets Matisha. Isn't that the woman's name? Matisha. Matisha was in full beat and Tia looked like she had on some tinted moisturizer and some lip balm.
She looked really natural. They could have gave her a little bit of eyebrow.
I didn't understand that. However, it one thing is for sure, Larry has a type.
Yeah.
Because Matisha looks like Kimberly Noel Kardashian, and Nicole looks like Kylie. Oh, I forgot Kylie's middle name, but Kylie Jenner. And even when they, at the end, not to jump ahead, but when they were having their conversation, when we were in studio watching this, you remember you were with me yesterday, when we looked over to the Kardashian after show, it was like, oh my God, we're watching
Playback.
a cheap imitation.
Right.
Word for word, except Kim and Kylie have never gotten into it. I think it's the age gap. You know? So what did you think about this whole scene? I need to know your thoughts about this.
The whole photo shoot scene?
Yes.
I really feel like freaking Matisha gets down with the down, because when the photographer was like, you guys need to act friendly. She's like, what? Like friendly like this? Like she like touched,
how you doing?
Yeah,
as
like
Wendy
she
Williams
touched,
would say.
she
How you
touched
doing?
Tia's leg and was like, friendly like this? Like, you want me to like, kind of thing? Like,
well, you know, culturally, they do, you know, culturally, word on the street is that, you know.
and girl.
I'm just going to trail that off.
Also, I guess maybe Tia does have like a warm personality, because freaking Matisha dropped the beans. You know, she basically like just was like telling her everything from point A to point B.
But some girls are like that. It does not take, and I'm sure that we all know people in our lives like this, or all have heard stories like, damn, she opened up like that. Some people are lonely and they really need somebody to talk to, and then not even to get that deep. Some girls can just be easily wooed, home-girled up, and not only they mean to give you, they think they're giving you just a swig of the tea, but they're giving you the entire box of Lipton, the entire crate of Lipton, because they're so vulnerable and open.
She didn't know who Tia knew.
That is true.
What if like basically
and it's a small world. This is models. It's a small world.
Like, and she over here like just spilling everything and saying this and saying that, and just, you just met the girl like 5 seconds ago. Why are you that friendly, and why are you that personal?
Anyway, the next scene is the one that I've been waiting on this entire time. Sophia apologizing to Olivia.
Sad.
Now, let me tell you all, can I be honest?
Be honest.
Well, this is a safe space. I can be honest with you all. You all are my friends. I was at first I was like, you go, girl. You go, Glen Coco. 2 for you, Glen Coco. Because I was very proud of Sophia. You know, all I really wanted was for her to apologize to her sister. But then leave it up to Sophia. I love you, boo, but you fucked it up. Because what you could have left out, and what did not work for me, that worked for Olivia, is you saying, I flirt with everybody.
I was lonely.
And that's even more unacceptable.
Bitch, excuse my language, but just because you're lonely does not justify that you need to be sliding up in my man's DMs. That's not even okay.
Girl. First of all, you're a pretty girl, and you're new to LA.
And you need to stop sitting up under your sister's butt crack.
Everybody that's new to LA, that's a pretty girl, their phones are always jumping. My phone was jumping when I first moved here. You have options other than your sister's boyfriend. I know Sophia can't pay me to believe that she didn't have options other than her sister's boyfriend. I was just so disappointed.
She saw Mercedes and was like, my sister ain't doing this, ain't doing that. I have this. I can one-up her on this. So why don't I just, try and flirt with him just for the fun of it? But that's not even cool.
Well, there are some people I know. And right, Michelle, Sophia was sorry she got caught.
Oh, that's a good point.
And she was tired of her sister giving her the cold shoulder, which I was surprised about, because I'm consistent in saying Olivia does not have a backbone. However, Sophia just really, that rubbed me the wrong way. And we were just talking about this. We've talked about this 1,000,001 times. So I feel like you and I have, as far as apologies. There is a protocol to apologies. Even with Mercedes and I'm sorry, you were offended, or whatever condescending ass nonsense that came out of his mouth. This was totally unacceptable. I flirt with everybody and I was lonely. And then Olivia just was like, well, okay.
Right. Like,
sounds good to me.
Because she knows how her sister is. This probably isn't the first time her sister has done some sly stuff like this. Like,
it was surfaced. It was nonchalant. It was careless. It didn't even seem sincere. It just seemed like, I'm tired of Olivia not talking to me. So let me just can we talk?
Yeah, and then she had the nerve to be like, where are you going? Can I come too?
Hell no.
No, I'm not bringing you around my guys, my friends. Like,
No.
you're going to try and put my clothes on and be me.
You're wearing my stuff already.
Right, like...
On top of that, I will say that Sophia looked really good in this scene. Her makeup was really natural. It's just something as a former makeup artist that I noticed.
Yeah.
So then this was one of my favorite quotes. This was a highlight and it got a lot of retweets. If you're beautiful and smart and talented, you should be able to stand by yourself, like me. Tia said that. We got to get Tia in studio because Tia was definitely the Jackie Christie of this episode. She was definitely the Kenya Moore of this episode, the antagonist. And I don't even know if it was a lovable antagonism because typically with Jackie, I end up liking Jackie by the end of the episode. I end up liking Kenya Moore at the end of the episode, but I didn't like Tia at the end of this episode.
I think that Tia, she got a little bit too overexcited. She had a vision of what she thought it may have been, but it totally went.
And she jumped the shark.
Yeah, it just went way left field and it wasn't what she expected.
So then we have a scene of Barbie meeting up with Autumn. I took a Twitter poll and I asked whose side was everybody on? Are you on Team Autumn or Team Barbie? Or do you see both sides? Because I kind of see both sides. And 27% of you all said you're Team Barbie. Autumn was the winner with 40%. And then I see both sides was close, runner up with 33%. Now, what I didn't understand about this and the thing that really got me kind of jaded is how Barbie sat up there and blatantly didn't invite Autumn, right? Barbie did not invite Autumn blatantly, but had the nerve to sit across from her and say, quote, I wish you would have been there. Don't do that to me. Don't not invite me and then tell me you wish I would have been there. Are you kidding me?
Because I'm never going to get that back.
And I loved how Autumn relished in the fact that there was a fight there. Like you said, didn't you predict that?
Yep.
The Autumn, I mean, who wouldn't have? You didn't invite me because you said the drama. And we know, I don't think that Autumn would have acted a fool. Autumn seems like she has some sense to her, especially because of the way she values marriage.
Yeah.
And the pageantry of it, darling.
One person should not have all that power.
Okay, Kanye.
To take away from your happiness. So, boo, bye. That was the worst excuse ever.
Yeah, I was over it.
Be honest.
I was totally over it. So then we get, by the way, I saw that someone pointed out that Matisha, whatever her name is, had a confessional, which I noticed as well. But what someone tweeted me is that there is a WAGS Miami that she'll be starring in, that Matisha is. So that is why she probably more than likely had a confessional. They're basically setting us up for the second franchise, the second branch of the WAGS.
Hey, I'm going to watch it.
I think Miami's going to give the LA girls a run for their money.
It's going to be ratchet because you've seen
Miami's always good.
The female she brought with her. That girl was ratchet.
I don't think she was ratchet. She held Tia accountable. She made sure Tia was responsible for what she was doing because Tia was trying to act oblivious and making no point talking about her career. What does your career have anything to do with the mess, the shitstorm that you've created, my dear? So anyway, they ended up having dinner at the place in Hollywood, the really nice place in the private room. And
before you get to that, what did you feel about the whole situation when Tia and Nicole were out at lunch and Nicole went off and pretended like she was calling Larry when she confronted her about it?
I felt that was messy because from what we've seen, Tia and Nicole ain't even really cool like that for you to be asking me about my man and stuff like that. But I thought it was interesting how I felt like that was a real moment with Nicole calling Larry because it's a moment of, baby, am I allowed? I'm mic'd right now at work in mid-production. Can I discuss this? And I'm sure he advised her, skate around some stuff or whatever, and she didn't give the whole tea. But she was going to protect him regardless. But I feel like that was a real moment. I don't think that was a fake, let me call Larry, because that could be defamation. They break up, and now she's in court because he's suing her. Yeah, that's defamation of character.
Oh.
If they're talking about him being infidel, if he got mad, you got to be careful with stuff like that. So I believe that she really did call him and approve. And I'm sure, like I said, that there were some corners that were cut, but they ended up talking about it. So then we hopped to dinner, and clearly I know I'm not the best in math. Okay, I was an English social studies girl myself. I sucked in math. But apparently these ladies aren't too good in math and timelines either, because...
But girl, I was with him for 5... He cheated on me 5 years, girl. I was with him for 4 years.
How?
It was a
How,
hot
Sway?
mess.
How? See, my thing is, I'm with Autumn with this. When she said Nicole should have shut that down, Nicole should have shut that down, because there's a time and a place for everything, and I'm not interested in having this conversation with you right now, okay? I'm enjoying my filet mignon and my French cut green beans.
But that's what Tia wanted, because when they were like, it's an elephant in the room. It's an
Yeah,
elephant in the
they
room.
did. Yeah, they did.
Because
And Matisha came there on a mission.
Matisha, when you look at her, you can tell she's an opportunist. And that opportunity, she was like, oh, you know, I'm dating. Like, she wanted to one-up Nicole. Like, yeah, you know, I'm dating a guy from Miami. You know, he's a soccer player, blah, blah, blah. Like, you could tell that girl.
Also, you know what I noticed? Shoot. Told you I'm working on that. I just lost my point.
They shared him for 1 year.
She called Nicole a homewrecker, and that is something that I firmly disagree with. Nicole is not a homewrecker.
No.
Even if she did swoop in there and do something. And you know how the old folks say, if you all hadn't heard this old adage, it's something that the old folks say, where they say, how you get them is how you lose them. So you got to be careful with how you meet your mate and things like that. I mean, it could be something generic.
Yeah.
You met the man in the club, you're going to end up losing him to the club.
Oh, my God.
So how you get them is how you lose them. That's why you all have to navigate your relationship smarter. You know what I'm saying? So in the event that Nicole did swoop in and steal Larry from, what's her name? Morticia. That is how she's going to lose him. Someone else is going to. We've seen plenty of examples of this. Some of them, even with you all's favorite celebrities. We've seen plenty of examples. How you get them is how you lose them. That's what the old folks
The way
say.
that I was looking at it was Larry, yeah, he was with Matisha for 5 years. On that 4th year, I felt like he somehow was like done with the relationship. And he decided, okay, let me go out, let me meet some people. And he met Nicole. And being that he's a man, he probably was like, yeah, you know, like I'm ending off some relationship, but it's cool. Like
typical behavior, allegedly, for athletes
and things like that. And she's like, do you have a girlfriend? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, I mean, this girl, like my girl, she keep calling me. And of course, he was in that relationship for 4 years. So when she said that he went off to the restroom and would call her, he's over here trying to mediate that situation.
You crawling in bed with me after you got off the... You can taste the dishonesty. It's all over your... But you know what? I felt it was funny how Morticia brought up... You knew about Europe, but you knew about Europe. That's where we were at for my birthday. And Nicole really didn't have anything to say. And we saw that triggered Barbie, that pissed Barbie off. She's like, you need to stand by your man. But you need to stand by your man. But Nicole really didn't have anything to say because Nicole already knew what time it was.
Nicole's dirt was
on
spread
front row.
Across the table.
Front row.
It was like Tia... I feel like Tia was like, I'm about to get you. Like, I got some dirt on you and we gonna reveal it. But I'm like, Nicole has never done anything to Tia for her to even create this whole fiasco. She could have easily put the two girls together and been like, here's what I found out. What's it gonna be? Or you know what I mean? Like, why do you feel like you need to have the whole dinner, the whole ladies there? Now,
with everybody there, but it made for good TV. This was one of their best episodes.
It did.
And Morticia's friend, I forgot her name, but she was not here for any of Tia's bullshit. She called Tia out on every single thing. Everything. She wasn't here for it. And I wouldn't have been either, honestly.
Nicole, though, I feel like it was one of those things where it was like, she has been putting on this whole picture, this whole scenario that her and Larry are this picture perfect relationship. And then once we see all this come about, it's like, the reason why she had nothing to say is because she knows her relationship has
knew it was a scam. Joanne the scammer.
Yeah, has
She's
had
a
some
real
bumps
messy bitch.
and rides, and this
like
is
every relationship,
blown.
honestly. Now, what I thought was unusual is Nicole seemed so nonchalant when Tia first introduced the idea of Morticia. Like, oh yeah, we're friends. So I have to ask you, Trene, have you ever befriended your current partner's ex? Like at the time?
I don't see what.
That's what I'm like. What do we have? Like, I'm never going to be friends with my man's ex. For what? For what? You're not about to be in on the inner circle
Like,
and
it would
catch
be
me at a vulnerable
different
moment.
if he had a child with her, and
Still, even if
she
you
wasn't like mutual friends, but she was at least cordial because the kid was coming over and things like that, and the kid would be
I just
around
couldn't
her.
imagine if I was having a vulnerable moment and someone's like, girl, yeah, I remember when he did that to me. No.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that. No, I would not. Like, I would not be friends with the ex. But it's different when it's like a child put into the situation. But no, never like, oh yeah, like we hung out. Like, didn't you feel that was hella weird? Like, we've hung out with Matisha all the time. Like, we go to Miami, we link up. That's basically.
What is this? Sis, what you doing? What is this? Now, all in all, I will have to say, after watching this entire episode in its entirety, I personally think Morticia's full of shit. Even with that conversation that they had privately outside. I don't know. Something about her, I feel like she's full of shit. All the tears and all that. I don't feel like she was that affected by Larry, but it's going to make for good TV for WAGS Miami. What did you think?
Girl, I feel like they probably was friends at some point, because at the end, it's like they were sharing a heart to heart.
Kim and Kylie.
If she don't mean that much to you, and if Larry is your man, why are you sitting up here and you're giving her the time of the day to be like, look, like, that didn't need to happen. We should have just talked one-on-one. Like, why is this conversation even happening?
Yeah.
You should not care much about the
Absolutely.
ex.
You shouldn't be
You should
that
be focusing
invested.
on Larry.
You shouldn't be that invested. By the way, no, I don't do hair and makeup tutorials, Tammy Anderson. So do you have any predictions? We got to round this out. Now, next week's teaser literally left me speech. The way they set that up.
I didn't see it.
The way they set next
TV
week up.
predictions.
There is just, I forgot all about this. Gotta do the big mama. Okay.
You stupid.
So anyway, the way that they set next week's teaser up, you needed to have seen it, girl. It is going to make you literally lose your breath. There's so much that they're jamming into next week's episode. There's so much drama, and I'm here for it.
Okay, so because I didn't see it, I would say there's gonna be some aftermath. Larry and Nicole for sure. Like,
yeah. It showed them house hunting, and Nicole's like, I'm not moving into another house with you without a ring, basically an ultimatum. But we know that they're still together because, hello, when she was here and when they did the what's his face, when they were just, remember we were teasing, talking about they were on vacation, but there's going to be some drama with that. I'm trying to think if I can remember everything. You all, I was drained yesterday watching this. Trene saw me, no makeup, ponytail. I spent the whole day at the beach. So I was just, the sun had fried my brain. But anyway, I don't really have any predictions other than it's going to be drama filled. And I'm glad that this show is finally picking up speed.
And they're going to be basically going to the performance that I was at, where Sasha was at.
Right.
And they're going to
Melissa just reminded us, the shade.
Shout
You missed
out.
the shade. It's going to be a shady showcase. We love you, Sasha, but it's going to be some shade. I cannot wait to see this. Like they're all being shady for Sasha's showcase. Every last one of them. Well, from what we saw from the teaser, I don't know how it's spliced, for real. But anyway, that is the show for today. I want to thank you all for joining Trene and I. I cannot wait to see you all and talk with you all in the live feed for next week. You can find me everywhere at Shar Says So. That's across the board. And my girl Trene, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at your girl Trene.
All right, guys. Until next week, stay tuned. Talk to you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.